Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the club, brought to you by Super 6. And we are here today, joined by some absolute legends. Obviously, it's me, Rory and Buvey. We've got Addy Oladipo with us. We've got Finton with us. And we've got Miles from Filthy Fellas as well. And today, we're doing a little debate on the England squad for the summer. But listen to this. Over 11,000 people have joined our Super 6 League. The code is Club23. You can download that from the Android and Play Store and all those different things. So download the app, use the website, join our league. It's free to play. You have to be over 18. The winner of our league gets a £100 classic football shirts voucher. But listen to this. If you predict 6 scorelines correctly, you could win £250,000. And the overall winner of our league will be playing with us for Club FC against Pitchside. And we're going to be joined by a few of these guys as well. So if you want to be in a team with me, Rory, Buvey, Miles, Finton, Addy, then make sure you're getting involved in our league. Right, lads, Euro 2024 is on the way. England squad's coming up. What do you guys think? Because
England need to win this
I haven't
tournament.
got really any emotions in this.
I have
with
plenty.
England. You have plenty.
And England need to win this tournament. It's non-negotiable. This is the tournament where England need to win it. Gareth Southgate needs to pull it out the bag.
It's his last tournament, apparently.
Well, it should have been his last. I mean, his last tournament should have been Russia. So he's really managed to cling on for grim death, hasn't he? So he really needs to get this right. I think England can win it as well, irrespective of him. I think England will win it without him. Persevering with him, I think that the team could be good enough to just about win it, irrespective of his poor management.
It's weird how you think we are like winners like that when we have no history of winning apart from one tournament. But all of a sudden, you think we're going to win.
It's because of this squad. This squad is outrageous.
And a lot of English players are winners, even if their nation isn't.
Yeah, I agree, but it's different for your country, isn't it? And there is a French squad that are pretty good as well.
England Champions League after Champions League. I think that this squad is.
But the French squad can do exactly that. They can go for their team as a Champions League, Real Madrid midfielder, up front, best player in the world potentially. They can do that. They've got exactly what we've got.
Yeah, and I think that if I were French, I'd be sitting here saying that they should win.
Look at the centre backs that they've got, by the way. You know, that's art. That's true. That's how it should be.
They should be. If you're French, if you're like,
he just killed his argument.
You know what it is? I look at that French squad. And our Achilles heel, and I say our. I've got, I'm English. Our Achilles heel is our defence. Look what they've got as their 4 defenders at the back potentially. So Saliba, Upamecano, Konate. Fofana, if he gets fit,
if it's not them,
solid.
mate, Germany are rubbish. They just sat their first manager in 100 years.
Germany are rubbish,
Italy,
but when they get to a
Spain,
tournament, they're not rubbish.
Italy haven't made the last 2 World Cups.
Terrible tournaments. The last 3 tournaments for Germany, awful record.
Spain coming through with some great players.
Germany have been abysmal. They're
Spain
in
are coming.
crisis.
Spain are coming.
England have to get to a final.
Germany are in crisis. Like they've sacked their manager. They haven't had to qualify, which I don't think has done them any favours.
Yep.
They're definitely beatable as well. Like when you look at their lots of their players don't get in our team. They get
Home
anywhere
tournament though. Nagelsmann now going to be announced as manager. They're going to be there or thereabouts.
Look, England need to win this tournament. This squad of England played is so good.
So you say this squad of England players should win the tournament. So we're going to decide the squad for the summer.
Yeah, I think it picks itself. 90% of it picks itself.
Right. Let's start with goalkeeper, obviously. Now, the goalkeepers they have of choice, Jordan Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale, Nick Pope, Dean Henderson, Sam Johnston, James Trafford. Is there any I've missed?
No.
You can get rid of about 4 of those. You can get rid of about 4 of those straight away. James Trafford.
So who's the 3?
Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale, and Pope. I would say
Pope. It's got to be Pope.
Yeah, Nick Pope.
Pope's got a lot of experience. He was in Russia 2018 when he was very young. Got a lot of experience
Champions
around
League
the camp.
football.
Champions League football, yeah.
Fallen out of favour, Pope, hasn't he, with Southgate?
Champions League though will help him.
Champions League
will help
As a
him.
neutral, someone that, well, not neutral, you hate England, I assume.
No, I don't hate England. I don't want to be causing any wars.
I love how you just put that in his mouth.
You've invited me over here.
You're not neutral. You hate England, don't you, Finton?
You've invited me over here.
What country is he from?
I'm from Ireland, man.
Oh, nice.
Wait, what? Did you just really say that?
Yeah, I just...
Wait, did you really
That's
say
fair.
that?
It's fair.
His name's Finton. He's speaking with a strong Irish accent.
That's the question. I didn't want to offend
What
him.
country are you from, bro?
I didn't want to offend him. I just went to Finta.
I reckon it's a little bit too early for James Trafford, so it's probably got to be Jordan Pickford, probably going to start, even though I don't really think he should.
Who do you think should start?
If Ramsdale's not playing for Arsenal, then maybe through kind of default Pickford because I think Nick Pope isn't good enough with his
It's
feet.
beyond default. Pickford has been
Do you
incredible.
not think Ramsdale's better than Pickford?
Yes.
He's
I
been
think they're
incredible
on
for
par.
England. He's the second most.
I think they're the same.
I
I
agree.
think Pickford.
No way.
Pickford's never let England down.
Pickford's been incredible. He's saving penalties in knockout
That's what he says
football.
about Maguire.
Adam, we're
I
trying to
know.
give it evidence. He's saved penalties in knockout football at World Cups, something that David Seaman never did. I mean,
It's close.
He's
It's
kept
close.
Everton up twice, two seasons in a
he's
row.
Peter Shilton level for England.
That is a
In terms of
wild
history, in terms of
shout.
history.
That's a bit crazy.
Peter Shilton.
But you know what it is?
I'd have gone Seaman. That would have
Oh,
Seaman would have been my go-to.
Maybe you should be the keeper.
Save.
Maybe he should be the keeper. Save hands. Adam in goal.
You know what it is though? Like all these keepers, they're not.
None of them are
No, but
elite.
this England squad, England have 3 issues only. In our whole setup, we have 3 issues. We have a conversation around goalkeeper, arguably not world class. We have a conversation around the other centre half, not world class, and we have a conversation about the manager. They're
but
the
you
only
don't-
3 problems
they're
in this whole
massive,
England
they're
setup.
massive, they're
No, they're
three
big
massive.
problems.
But boys,
yeah.
you don't really need a world class keeper to win
It would be better. No, but the point is,
Exactly.
in virtually
The race.
every other position, it's world-class player who picks himself. In virtually every other position,
No
like, you don't
country's
debate
perfect.
who plays
No
on the
country's
right wing,
perfect. I
do you?
agree with that, I agree with
It's
that.
a world-class player in Bukayo Saka. It's obvious. Whereas we don't have a world-class keeper, which is why there's a debate.
Jordan Pickford is the safe bet. Like you said, he's been to
Can-
World
can I
Cup, he's been
just-
to finals. I think he's the
Can I
safest
ask you a
bet.
question though? And again, I kind of agree with you, but I'm just going to ask it. We think of world-class goalkeepers back in the day: Buffon, Dida,
Van der Sar.
Schmeichel, Van der Sar. Could list them off for days. Can you list them off? Is Pickford not?
No.
Shouldn't he be considered?
No,
He's,
no,
playing,
no,
he's,
no.
man, he's playing for
You
Everton.
don't play
who
for
are
Everton if
threatening
you're
to
world
go
class.
down
You're
every
not in a
year.
relegation
I'm just
battle.
asking a question.
You're not in a
reason to play for
relegation battle
Everton,
every
yeah.
year if
Yeah.
you're a world-class keeper.
But you've literally said it's because of him there's still a Premier League team.
Yeah.
Is that not being world class?
If
No.
he were a world-class keeper, Chelsea would have signed him.
Yeah.
Some-
it's fact, it's-
Just sign
Think- think-
Sanchez.
That's not the point. Okay,
Just
if he were a
sign-
world-class keeper, a club
Even
in the Champions
Spurs,
League
even
would have signed him.
Spurs would have looked at him. Didn't even look at him. Went abroad instead.
He's on a long-term contract at Everton as well.
But you
Yeah,
kind of
but
know
you
when
still-
it's
somebody would have
You still
signed
get
Nah,
him
he's not
50
world
million.
class,
Yeah,
man.
he's not world.
There's
he's not
only
world
2
class.
world class players in the Premier League, which are keepers.
Yeah,
It's
Emi
Ederson and
Martinez
Alisson.
definitely one of them, by the way.
Who?
Do you think?
Emi Martinez.
No, he's not world class.
Crazy.
different
It's the England
conversation.
squad, not the Argentina
All right,
squad.
we won't go
So
into
our
it.
3 goalkeepers are
Yeah, the 3 goalkeepers are Ramsdale, Pope, and Pickford to start.
Yeah.
right. Moving on to defenders. There's a long list here, so let me get through them. John Stones, Kyle Walker, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Kieran Trippier, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, Trent, Mark Gahey, Levi Colwill, Lewis Dunk, Fikayo Tomori. I don't even know why we're reading Fikayo Tomori out. Gareth
No
Southgate's
point,
not
is
going
there?
to
No point, yeah.
pick him. Ben White, Rico Lewis.
Ben White.
This is so.
Where's Konza? I'm being deadly serious. He's the
nowhere
closest
near.
thing
Nowhere
to
near.
Saliba
I
in
mean,
the
I
England
agree.
squad.
If Mark Gahey's in there,
100%.
Konza should be in there.
Wait. Say that sentence again.
He is the closest thing that England have to Saliba. 100%.
Who's that?
Ezri Konsa.
No way.
100%.
No, the closest thing. Not.
We've got to be-
No,
we've got to be serious here.
You
We're trying
can't
to win
put
the
Konza
Euros.
and Saliba in the same sentence.
No,
trying to get nobody relegated every
I'm not
season like
saying.
Villa.
I'm not saying that he's anywhere near as good, but he's the closest that
just
England
said
have
he's
in terms
as
of profile.
Of all the arguments to have,
No,
for
he's-
loads
he's-
of players that won't make the squad, Konsa's
No,
nowhere
he's
near
right
any
though. Like,
argument.
Konsa's better than Maguire.
No, but he hasn't got the experience. It's a mix
Exactly,
of
he doesn't get
experience.
picked.
He doesn't get. It's not his fault, is it? He doesn't get picked.
Because
Because
you
he's
haven't
not
got
good
the
enough.
experience. If you haven't got the experience, you haven't got the experience.
He's-
He's
Maguire
our
experience.
best centre back, and he is.
Well, if he was good enough, he'll be there over Mark Guehi.
Not true.
Well, it's not true. They're both playing for their teams,
I mean,
right?
Mark Gay's a better centre back
Then
than
they
Konsa.
both don't play Champions League football. So
Do
that's the sample
Do you know
size.
with this picking
To be honest,
8?
they're not even
Think
gonna get
about who starts.
You have to do
right?
fullbacks as well.
It's,
remember.
I think it's very easy. England's starting defence, if it's done correctly, if Southgate gets this right and picks it on a meritocracy where he picks the best players that are available, it goes Luke Shaw on one side, Kyle Walker on the other side, John Stones centre half with Ben White alongside him as a centre half. That's the England back line.
Luke
It's-
Shaw
it's
has
easy.
been
So
injured
one second.
all this
Ben
season,
White
by the way.
doesn't play centre half for his club. Why would he
He's,
play centre half for England?
he's playing very well. He's the best
No,
option
no,
that
you can't
England
have
have in that position.
right back.
He's
You
the
can't have
best
a right
option.
back.
He's the best option England have in that position.
I wouldn't.
You can have a right back when there's other centre backs that are playing week in, week out
Not
for
as
their
well as
clubs.
Ben White.
I would rather play Lewis Dunk than Ben White for England
I
as a
just
centre
think
back.
Ben White as a centre half. That's
Why
that's
do-
the
why
best.
do
Ben White
you
doesn't
not
have a good
want
relationship
him?
with England as well. So
No,
that's another one of
that-
those.
I know.
Yeah, take that away, of
But,
course.
yeah.
But if we're doing an actual
No, but
realistic squad,
That means
Ben White's not playing
But if we're
centre back
doing a
for England.
realistic
He should be in the
squad,
squad.
then-
He should be in the squad.
Lewis Dunk would make
didn't
you play
start.
so much better.
Wait.
Someone who can actually pass pass the ball from the
We
back.
need to work out
100%.
this game. Are we picking our squad?
Our squad.
Yeah, so this is
Our
nothing
squad.
to do with Southgate.
Fine.
In which case, Ben White plays.
course.
If it's Southgate, I don't think Ben White goes.
No, I don't
yeah,
think it
yeah.
goes. But with that being said, if you was going to pick Ben White, I would rather pick Ben White as a right back because he's got that link with Bukayo Saka on the right
He's
He
side.
can't
But
get
you
in
got-
ahead
you
of
can't get ahead of
in
No, I'm
ahead
just
of
saying if you
Walker.
want,
It could be an alternative.
It's good. It's an yeah,
So we've done 4. Should we do the backup 4 in terms of backup
So
right
the
back? Reece
first
James?
4, we've
Backup
got Kieran
dancer.
Trippier, Luke Shaw, Ben White,
Ben White, I don't think he gets in
and
there.
John
White, no.
Stones.
Yeah, he
No,
does.
Ben White, no.
You-
Not as a centre
Are you
back.
picking
He
Harry
gets in the
Maguire?
No,
No.
nowhere near it.
I'm not
chance.
asking
Nowhere
for
near
Man
it.
United
No,
fan.
no,
I'm
no,
asking as a neutral.
Harry
because I
Maguire,
don't
nowhere near
care.
it. Nowhere near it.
No way.
Nowhere near it.
No way.
Who was the question? Maguire.
Yeah, Maguire.
You
He
love
has- he
Maguire,
has
don't
to.
you?
You need experience. Still a young England
In
squad.
a back 3 or a back 4?
There's an argument in the last 3
He loves
tournaments.
Maguire
He's
more
been
than me.
pound for pound the best player for England in the
in
last
a
3
back
tournaments.
3
That's-
or a
there's
back
no
Pardon me?
argument
Pardon
for
me?
that.
I've never
there's
ever
no-
heard
literally
that
no-
argument.
Booby,
One
there's
second,
literally no
Booby.
argument for that.
I've never ever heard that argument.
What do you mean?
Pound for pound.
When was
in the
Harry
lo-
Maguire?
Where?
He was
by what
fantastic in the
definition?
World Cup in
The
2018.
tournament
He
in
was
Wembley.
fantastic. He was the best centre back England had. Bear in
No,
mind,
you just
Carl
said he was
Walker-
England's best player
player.
in Wembley.
No, I said no. I didn't. I
In-
said pound for pound throughout the last 3
What does that
tournaments.
Three
mean, pound
tournaments,
for pound?
right?
Based on the
Hang on.
Harry Kane's of the
Okay,
world, these world class
okay,
players.
Booby.
He's a limited centre back.
So
He's
one
very
of the
limited.
3 tournaments that you're talking about was our home tournament in 2021.
And he was in player of the tournament.
No,
Came
obviously
back-
wasn't.
He was in player of the tournament.
Been
Euro
in 2 team in the
2021.
tournament.
But he obviously wasn't England's best player. Like Raheem Sterling had
Yeah.
that
Smash a
tournament.
penalty.
That's your problem.
Raheem
You-
Sterling.
you
Raheem
said
Sterling,
England's
Raheem
best
Sterling,
player.
Calvin
That's your
Phillips were
problem.
clearly
There's
England's
an
best players in
argument.
that
He was
tournament.
for me.
Say England's best defender, you might have a chance.
Okay, fine. He was England's best
Yeah, but he
defender.
didn't say that. He said England's best player.
Yeah.
He's had 3 fantastic tournaments. If you didn't like that,
player.
fair enough. But he's played a tournament in that tournament, came back for bad injury as well. Went up.
If you
smashed a
like him
massive
so much,
penalty.
sign him off us,
He
you
went
knobs.
up and scored a massive penalty as well. Maguire has to be in the squad.
No, nowhere near the squad. Doesn't deserve
Nah,
to be
he's
anywhere
Nowhere
near.
near the
Nah,
squad. He's done
he's-
so
No, he
well
has
for
to be in the
England.
squad.
I didn't hear.
Nowhere near
I didn't hear one of you mention Trent, and I think he's unbelievable at right back. But does he just not get
There's
in?
so many right backs. You got Trippier, Trent, Reece James,
Carl Walker.
Carl Walker.
Ben White.
Trent's in the squad. He makes the squad.
But where does he make the
Does
squad?
Trent make the squad?
He has
But
to-
I think as
As a
a
midfielder or
neutral
as a
who
defender?
watches
As a
football,
midfielder.
I think Trent's got to
So
be
he's,
there.
he's in as a
in
midfielder,
as a
Trent
midfielder.
Alexander, maybe.
You
I think Trent
can't,
goes
you
in as a
can't leave
midfielder.
someone, a technician like Reece James, Trent at home. You can't.
Trent's
it's
not
not-
better than
Reece
Reece
James.
James.
You can't do
Midfielder.
that. It's
Midfielder.
Well,
criminal.
I kind of agree with you. But where'd you play him?
Midfielder.
He played
Midfielder.
midfield against Malta and everyone went crazy,
I
bro.
would love to see
I'd be
Trent
class
Rice,
against Malta.
Jude. Trent Rice and Jude for England. I think would be.
But lads, we've got
incredible.
26
Trent
picks.
almost
He'll
playing
get
a PLO
You
class.
can't
26.
drop Foden to accommodate. It means that
What?
it means you're going to drop Madison or Foden
You'd
to
put
accommodate
Trent in
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
midfield.
No, yeah, I'll put Trent in midfield, 100%.
If Trent was such a good
I'll
midfielder,
put
he'd
Trent
play
in
there
midfield.
for Liverpool.
He does.
Now
He
you
plays
can't
in a
put him
hybrid for
midfield.
Liverpool when we go into the
So
when
he
we
was
attack
rubbish
and
and
he
he
goes
was
back.
playing.
Because
You
you
said he was
signed
rubbish.
Endo.
Hang on, this is madness. You can't leave a player like James Madison out or Phil Foden out to accommodate Trent
For Trent,
Alexander-Arnold.
One
Yeah,
second,
yeah,
but
yeah.
one second.
26
You didn't even
names to
rate
pick.
James Madison
but
a
as a
couple of months
starter.
ago.
Yeah, you can't
doesn't
No,
matter.
start.
everyone
Nah.
rated him, but
Start.
Southgate didn't.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, James Madison.
Yeah, but he's
on form.
He's always
He's playing-
been good
he's
at
best player
Leicester.
in the league
Last
at the
year he was
moment.
good at Leicester.
So the first 4 is Walker, Shaw, Stones, White. Who's the second 4?
Reece
Reece James or
Reece James.
Trent?
Luke,
Reece James.
Chilwell left
Trent.
back.
Reece James,
Trent.
Chilwell.
Trent.
Centre back.
For me, it's Maguire and Dunk as backups. I think that's fair.
I think it's
Dunk and Guehi.
Relatively fair.
Duncan Gahey.
I say Duncan Guehi.
Also, Gahey randomly gets in ahead of Maguire because of zero
By the way,
Because he
by the way,
plays
sorry, so one
football
second.
sometimes.
Plays football.
Because
By the
he
way,
plays some
Maguire
football.
played this weekend.
Because he plays some
Maguire
football.
played this weekend.
Maguire played up front recently.
You know when we played Maguire this
true.
weekend, guess what happened? We couldn't pass to our centre back.
You won the game.
We had to go
You had
long
a good
every time.
performance. You had a
can't go
good
long.
We had to go
performance.
long
So
every
you win
time.
a game and
Every
you win a
ball
game
was
of football.
50-50, bruv.
So you win a game of football and you
Every
don't
ball
like
was
that.
50-50.
I don't think Reece James. Last year, I would have said Reece James over Trent, and I would have said it. I'd have been honest about it. I don't see it anymore. with
No,
Reece
no,
James.
you're right.
injury.
The injuries,
I
the
think you're
fitness.
right at
I
the
don't think Reece James gets in front of Trent.
That's a fair shout.
That's a fair shot.
Moving on to midfielders. We've got Declan Rice, Bellingham, Calvin Phillips, Madison, Mount, Eze, Henderson,
Calvin Phillips must be a typo.
Gallagher, Gibbs White, Ward
surely. Must be a
Prowse.
typo. That Calvin Phillips.
Is this just to Adam? Is it
because
not
the
as simple
manager
as
picks
this?
him all the time.
The midfield 3, bearing in
Jones.
mind, unless we're playing basically France,
We know
unless
the-
we're
we know
playing
the 3.
basically France,
We know the
is it
3.
not Declan Rice playing a slightly deeper role
100% Declan.
with Jude
Jude at
Bellingham
8,
in front of him, and then
and Madison.
probably Madison, maybe Foden?
Yeah,
Is that not it?
That's
I
not bad,
think,
is it?
I think, and again, this isn't because he plays Man United. I think Southgate would go more Mount than Maddison.
Doesn't matter, though, does it? Because we're not doing Southgate.
No, he's
So-
not going Mount. He's not going Mount.
So we're
won't give him
doing.
Mount.
We're
He's
doing
not
team
Mount.
sheet.
I don't think he does
But
Mount
we're not
still.
doing Southgate team, so it
he's
don't
not-
matter.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But we're more likely to see
So,
that.
Royce, if we play France, then who's the second defensive midfielder for you? Because that's the interesting thing. We've had this debate last week.
You don't need two, though.
Who's the two?
We don't need
you
two.
do need two
You
against
don't need
France.
two.
We're not
You
good enough on the
don't.
ball.
Booth, I think
don't.
Miles
You
is
don't need
correct.
to.
We shouldn't be dictated to by anyone.
Yeah, you don't need two. You
My
don't
God,
need to.
they
We should
would
play our
rip
game.
through us
Mason
like a hot
Mount.
knife through
Why would
butter.
they? Why would they?
We need two defensive midfielders.
Why
You
would they?
don't.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't.
spot
You
on,
don't.
spot
Because
on.
you've got a player.
Because our defense, because our centre backs aren't that great.
They
We're
would-
gonna
Hold
need
on, who is
someone.
it?
No, France have a great
If
squad. They do the same thing.
Maguire
Tolizo,
and Stones,
Kante,
he
back
has
in
to
the
have
day.
another
So
defensive midfielder
who's
in
the
there.
other defensive midfielder? Assuming
This-
Declan Rice is one.
Unfortunately, it's Jordan Henderson.
So it's not Calvin
That's what he
Phillips.
does.
No,
I'm
you
not-
don't
I'm not
need
saying
that.
that's what he does. He does
He's
Jordan.
playing a
We've
public.
seen it. He
He's
does
playing a
Jordan
public.
Henderson.
So
Calvin
you would-
Phillips
we're
might be
not
on loan
him.
somewhere.
We're not
Calvin
him.
Phillips.
If you needed the legs, if you needed somebody to just be busy in that midfield,
Jude Bellingham.
no, you got Bellingham in.
He's
You go
gonna
and
He would do the
say
eight.
Conor
Conor
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
I knew he was going to say Conor
Conor
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Mason Mount's twice the player Conor Gallagher's ever been.
He's definitely not.
He's just going to run around and occupy
But
space.
you have to
Nothing.
base
Now he
you have
plays
to
for
base
Man
it
United,
on,
he isn't.
no, you have to base it on form, don't you?
Mason Mount's been class for us, bro.
Conor Gallagher has been Chelsea's
Leave.
best player
Yeah,
this
jump over
season.
the ball.
Conor Gallagher has been Chelsea's best player this season.
Mason
He's
Mount's
been made our
good
captain.
What about? Look, no one has ever suggested it, but what about Longstaff? He's done it.
No.
But
Shout.
for the kind of for the
You
profile.
just
that
need
he
legs.
needs.
You just need legs.
Just for the
Mount's
profile.
not good
that
enough.
he
He was
needs.
shocking in the World
Southgate
Cup.
will pick Longstaff.
But Longstaff
'Cause
just
they're
played
both
for Newcastle where they
bland.
smashed PSG 4-1.
Yeah.
Calvin
No,
Phillips,
no,
Calvin
no,
Phillips
no.
has to be
PSG
mentioned
mentioned
as
as well.
well.
Calvin Phillips has a shout because of what he's done for England. I know he's not playing. If he gets he might get a loan move in January.
What about James Ward-Prowse for the form he's in?
No,
Of course.
I think Ward-Prowse is crap.
He's
He's
rubbish.
really
Wow,
good. He's
wow,
really,
I think he's
No,
mad
he's
overhyped,
really
bro.
good.
He was
Yeah,
part of a
good
Southampton
midfielder.
team that got
Centre-piece is
relegated.
great. Anything
Really good
else?
player.
He was playing. He was supposed to be a midfielder, played at left back for them.
Nah,
Oh,
don't do
alright,
that.
it's
Don't
a
do
set
that.
piece.
Don't
Really
do
good
He's
that.
player.
been better than Mason Mount this season.
Yes.
by
Oh,
far,
this
by
season.
miles.
Mason Mount's
And you're
been
saying
injured
Mason
for
Mount should be in
By
the starting?
miles.
Mason Mount's a better player than Ward-Prowse.
Not right now. He's
Not at the moment.
His
He's
form's
twice the
been
player.
terrible for 2 years.
Not right now, yeah.
Don't be silly,
He's
bro.
not been good
Right
for
now,
2
When
years.
did
Don't
Mason
be
Mount last
silly.
have a good game?
Last week.
Pre-season
No,
he was alright.
didn't.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
man.
did. We beat Palace. You set up two goals, bro.
When does the Saudi league stop? Like,
I don't even know if
when's
it's
Jordan
when's
Henderson
the
can't
end
be in
of
your
season?
squad.
Henderson cannot
When's
get
the
on
end
the
of
plane,
season?
mate.
No, because this is what I think with Jordan Henderson. I think he's going to get a loan back to the Premier League. But when does it end? Jordan Henderson will be in the squad. There's
He
no
should.
doubt
That's
about it. He shouldn't be.
embarrassing.
You know why
He
he'll
shouldn't
be
be.
in the squad?
But he'll get
Southgate.
back in the squad. He'll get back in the
I
squad.
don't think he will.
He'd be there for
He's playing
experience.
in front of
Southgate will.
600
He
people.
can't
Southgate
play.
will.
That's why I asked when does it end? Because he'll
They
get a loan
can't
back to the
have
Premier League.
Jordan
Henderson.
He'll get a loan back to
So
the
go
Premier
to
League.
Fulham on loan.
He'll go to
Something
Fulham
like
on loan and he'll be in the Premier League. Yeah,
No.
he'll be back in the Premier League.
No way. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's wild, but you know.
It's not wild.
You'll go to
The answer's
Luton.
not
You'll go
Jordan
to
Henderson.
Luton
That's what
on loan.
happens.
All right, so
The
boys,
answer's not Jordan. What's the answer?
The answer.
Pick the seven.
The answer is Jordan Henderson, as we've shown over the last two
It's not,
tournaments.
it's not, it's
It's
not.
Pick the
Jordan
seven.
Henderson.
Pick the club seven now.
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, Defo.
Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, James
Maddison,
Maddison,
Mount,
Mason Mount.
Jordan Henderson. Look, it's Jordan Henderson.
Calvin Phillips ahead of
Look,
Henderson.
Jacob Ramsey.
Is it
Calvin
more?
Phillips is ahead of Henderson,
Ramsey
bro.
should be in as a
Henderson,
forward.
he's
I
right.
think.
You need that experience.
Henderson.
You need that
Calvin
experience.
Phillips is ahead
But
of
he ain't
Ramsey.
starting though. He's
Conor
not starting.
Gallagher's got to be ahead of
Wait,
Henderson.
Gibbs White kept Forest up last season.
No,
Conor
he's
Gallagher,
not
defensive,
Conor
though.
Gallagher
We're just
has
saying
to be
random
ahead of Jordan
footballers now.
Henderson.
Yeah.
What are we
Conor
saying?
Gallagher
Random
is
footballers.
captaining
Henderson,
Chelsea in the Premier League.
Mason
Jordan
Mount.
Henderson, I don't really know
Razor
what he's doing.
Ruddock. Let's get
You know
Razor
the problem
Ruddock
with
back.
Conor Gallagher is Conor Gallagher's got like 9 caps.
Fucking
No
hell.
experience, got like 9 caps.
Boys, what about
Jordan
Eze?
Henderson's got like
One sec,
70.
What about Eze? We haven't spoken about Eze. I think
I feel like Eze and
feel like he's a
Ramsey are like
forward.
wide forwards.
I feel like there's a
They're
forward.
wide forwards to me,
Eze.
both of them.
Yeah, he's
Right.
playing forward like Foden.
Okay, right, let's get on to the forwards. It's obviously for the
Right,
for
we
the
got
starting
Harry
lineup.
Kane, Saka,
Harry Kane through the
Rashford,
middle.
Grealish, Foden, Wilson, Watkins,
Right, so the starting
Sterling,
lineup
Gordon,
is
Bowen.
Harry Kane through the middle.
As a neutral,
Bukayo
before you
Saka
say that,
on
have you
one
seen
side.
how good Tottenham are without Kane up front? I'm just saying that maybe England
but
should
you can't-
Imagine how good they'd be with him.
maybe you
Imagine
should
how good they'd be
consider
with him
We're
up
being
front.
silly
Maybe
here.
you should consider having someone who can
Finton.
actually press a little bit more, doesn't drop deep,
with
doesn't
all
make
due
your whole
respect,
team
man.
play too far
Bayern
back.
haven't won a trophy since Kane went there as well. I think you could be onto something there,
Best,
you know?
best finisher in the squad by miles, but
The
I don't
middle
know
this table's really pranging me out now.
So
What's
it's
going on?
Kane, Saka, Grealish is the
The
front
two
three that
Irish lads
start.
trying to derail England.
No, not Kane, Saka, Grealish. It's Kane, Saka, and Rashford.
Not Rashford.
Foden,
If you want to
Foden,
control the game of
Foden.
football.
Yes,
Bro, this is why
Rashford
I've
gets 10
always
minutes.
said
Have you seen
Miles
Rashford
is the
play
best
football
on
this
filthy
season?
fellas.
It's Rashford.
He's mad.
Have you
He
seen
scored
Rashford play
30
football?
goals last season?
Have you seen him? Why do you keep talking about every player last year?
Because last year,
But doesn't
this month's been this season's been a month.
Phil Foden has got to be in your
We're a quarter of the way
starting
through
11.
the season.
No, he does not have to
Phil
be in the
We're a quarter of the
starting
way
lineup.
through the season.
World class.
Foden, what's Foden done this season? Come on.
Man, Foden.
Nah, it's
Rashford.
Rashford. It's
Foden's
Rashford.
dropped
It's
off
not
Rashford.
Rashford.
It's Rashford.
It's Rashford.
Rashford's
not
not even
Rashford.
getting in the Man
It's
United team.
Grealish.
You got
It's
remember-
Eric
Grealish.
Ten Hag's hooking him off every week.
So what kind of style of football does England play?
Eric Ten Hag is hooking him
When
off
we got
every
to the final, it was Grealish and Luke Shaw with a fantastic overlap, and they always used to whip it into Harry Kane. It's Grealish.
You
all
need
day long.
Rashford's pace. Rashford's pace.
It's nowhere near Grealish.
Rashford.
Grealish isn't playing.
Grealish doesn't-
I love Grealish as a
Grealish
Villa
don't even
fan, but
play.
he's not playing for City at the
Yeah,
moment.
Yeah, because we're early in the season.
No,
At the
'cause
back
it's
end
been
of the
dropped.
season, he'll be
It's
winning
been
the fucking
dropped.
Champions
How
League.
can it possibly
It's not
be
even about
Rashford?
him playing.
Do you know what's
Rashford
gonna
is
be mental?
famously in the worst form of his career.
We're going to get
He's
to the World.
famously
He always does this for a month and then he'll go and score 30
why does that
goals.
affect
It's
Rashford
fine.
not?
Wait,
Wait,
wait, like, how many times has he
one
scored 30
second.
goals?
Why is the answer not
He
Raheem
scores
Sterling?
over 24 out of the last
Why is the
four-
answer
five
not Raheem
times.
Sterling?
5 seasons.
Nah, because
Raheem
these boys are
Sterling's
just.
in
Raheem
good
Sterling's
form.
on the right, that's why.
Yeah.
And
No, Raheem Sterling's on the left.
I think Raheem Sterling's better than Saka, but he'll pick Saka.
No, he's not.
Because of the form he's in.
Behave. What are you doing?
Isn't it not
Behave.
Saka,
Behave,
Kane,
behave.
Sterling?
Raheem Sterling.
Behave.
Sterling better than Saka.
Sterling's better than Saka.
What world? What's
Who said that? Who just said
He
that?
did that. He
that
did.
with my chest.
He's crazy.
Something in the
Nah,
Guinness.
you're
There's something in the
crazy.
Guinness.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
You're
Something in the Guinness.
Don't do that face. We're
The
trying to
Guinness
bluff
is the
us.
truth juice, bruv.
No, come on. Let's be serious.
You man are over here sipping
on,
cider.
that
That's
is
why your
wild.
mind's gone mental.
That is wild, dude.
What?
Is there any?
I'd
over
rather
Saka,
Sterling in my
Sterling
team than
over
Saka.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Is there any of the players in that
madness.
list that
That's
could force
that's
their
the
way
maddest
into
thing
the
I've
It's not
start?
ever been
mad.
in.
It's not mad.
That's crazy.
Sterling over Saka.
It's not mad.
That is
That's crazy.
madness.
It's not mad.
You know
not
it's mad. You
It's
know
not
Guy
it's
was
mad.
tripping over his laces
Raheem
last
Sterling's
season for
class.
Chelsea. Coming
The one thing,
mid-
Buvey, the
player.
one thing I would say is you want to get Harry Maguire in the starting 11 because of what he's done for England, and Sterling has been immense for England over the last.
No,
4
it's
or
all
5 years.
relative. It's all relative. We've got a lot of
now
forward
it's
options.
relative.
Well, can I at least explain
No,
that?
no, go for it. Go for it.
Can I at least explain? Every country has limitations in their squad. You can't just sign a player at international level to replace someone. Defensively, we've got so little options around John Stones. Forward line, we've got 6-7 players that could all play.
That's fair.
Jared
that's fair.
Bowen's having a better
Ivan
season.
Tony we never mentioned.
Okay, so name the 8
Ooh.
strikers that go.
Ooh.
Right, come on, let's do it. The 8 players that go. Harry
Ivan
Kane,
Toney goes.
Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka. Tony obviously doesn't go.
Wait,
Kane-
what?
They don't
Harry
say-
Kane and Ivan Toney, the two strike. He picked Ivan Toney in January.
hasn't played. I don't. You keep bringing up Southgate.
there's-
I keep saying I don't care about the Southgate.
Yeah, that's true.
It has.
Ollie
Ivan
Watkins.
Toney hasn't kicked
Ollie
a ball all
Watkins.
season.
But he will come January the
Okay,
1st.
but then we
back.
talk
6
when we
months.
talk. Then we talk when he's kicked a ball. But
He's a bit of
up until
foresight,
now,
Mr. Jennings.
I can't use foresight because I can't predict the future. I don't even know who'll be playing for then.
Mr. Jennings.
That's true as well.
I don't even know who will
What
be
if he
playing
comes
for.
back? He's injured. First game.
All right, so what is it, boys? It's Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford, Jack
Jack
Grealish,
Grealish, Phil
Phil
Foden,
Foden,
Phil Foden.
and then
Raheem
I
Sterling.
think Jared Bowen.
No, I don't think he.
I think, mate,
He's not been good for England though.
Do you know who's going to be in the squad? But I
Ollie
don't agree
Watkins.
with
Ollie
Harvey
Watkins.
Barnes.
Do you know who it
Callum
should
Wilson.
be? It should be Sterling. In
Based
the
on what he's
squad.
achieved?
In the squad.
Yeah, I-
It
should
won't be
be
him, I
Sterling.
don't think. For one
And he's
reason or
been
another,
playing well
Southgate's
for
gone-
Chelsea.
He's been playing very well.
He's been Chelsea's best player, in my opinion.
Well, against Luton.
He hasn't been our best player.
Yeah, bro.
Luton.
He
yeah,
hasn't-
it was
remember,
Luton and
Mikhail
Burnley.
Mudrik's been
Luton and
keeping him out of the
Burnley.
team.
Fulham.
Luton and Burnley.
You
yeah.
haven't won one.
Fulham.
these days.
And Fulham, yeah.
He played really well against Luton, played really well against Fulham. But the only reason he started against Fulham was because Mikhail Mudrik. The only reason he started against Burnley is because he
Is it?
got,
Is it
it's
he
'cause
one of
Mudryk got
Southgate's
injured
guys
against
though?
Fulham.
Sterling?
No, they've fallen out.
They've fallen out, definitely.
They've fallen out.
All right. Well,
So
What about Anthony Gordon? I know, like, just he's
Nah.
been pretty good
It
for
could be
Newcastle.
Gordon.
Could he break
No.
through
It
by
could-
the
it
end
could
of the
be
year?
Gordon.
Not enough.
I'm not saying for starting, just to get into the squad.
I think it could be
Taking up
Gordon.
someone's space.
His form for the England under 21s,
Yeah. Electric.
doing it for
What if he's in the Champions League semi-final?
yeah, it is him. I think it's going to be Gordon. You know,
Harvey Barnes could as well, mate.
You think it's going to be
not
Anthony
playing well
Gordon?
though. Barnes.
Don't start.
Anyway, next up on Super 6, the next round, these are the fixtures. Man City, Brighton, Newcastle, Palace, Brentford, Burnley, Chelsea, Arsenal, which will be the live show on the club. So make sure you subscribe for that. Sheffield United versus Man United, Aston Villa versus West Ham. Before we wrap this up, score prediction for Chelsea, Arsenal?
A nice 2-0 to Arsenal.
Score prediction for Chelsea, Arsenal?
1-1 draw.
Oh,
You hope.
confident.
You hope.
Wimp.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're keeping it locked to the club. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe buttons down there. Download Super 6. And also, do us a favor. Go and thank our guests today. Go and subscribe to Miles subscribe on Filthy Fellas. And of course, follow him on Twitter. Go and subscribe to this man's YouTube channel as well. And of course, tune in to Adi Oladipo on DAZN and TalkSport with our man Rory. Subscribe to the club. Thank you for watching. See you later.